When I think of budget monitors, I remember the old days when an entry budget monitor couldn't even get you up to 1080p resolutions. And well, times have changed, and even though I know it's possible, I was still surprised to find the Sceptre E248W 19203R, a monitor with a weird name, for only $100. And it has a full 1080p resolution, 75Hz refresh rate, and hey, there's even an upgraded version that you can buy for also less than $100. It'll give you a 100Hz refresh rate straight out of the gate. But before all that, how did I even discover this monitor? Well, I got lazy and found this as one of the best-selling and highest-rating monitors on Amazon. It gained 30,000 reviews at the time of this video, and it has a 4.6-star average, and only 8% of all reviews have a 3-star rating or lower. Now, does this mean you should go straight ahead and check the links in the description box to get it? Well, just chill for a moment. Let's talk more about it. As I mentioned earlier, this monitor has a 1080p resolution and a 75Hz refresh rate, all within a 24-inch screen. Yes, it's not groundbreaking, but for everyday tasks, it's more than sufficient, let me tell you that. The setup process is straightforward, featuring a simple stand and basic connectivity options including 2 HDMI ports, VGA, an audio input and audio output. The absence of a DisplayPort might be a drawback for some of you, but again, if that's important, the upgraded version has DisplayPort instead of some dusty old VGA. I mentioned that this has a very simple stand, but fortunately for us, this is Visa mount capable. So you can get a third-party stand, or better yet, a monitor arm, which is useful if you're thinking about buying 2 or 3 of these monitors for a multi-display setup. Now, as you can expect, the monitor's build is predominantly plastic, making it lightweight and quite easy to handle. And yes, it may feel somewhat cheap and hollow, but come on, how often will you move this monitor around? Besides, being lightweight is one factor why people bought this in the first place. This allowed the monitor to be used not only for gaming setups, but also for security camera setups. Surprisingly, this monitor spits out decent color reproduction and brightness levels, which is pretty unusual for a VA panel. It has a high contrast ratio since it is a VA panel, and as a VA panel, this would be more than enough for everyday tasks and watching movies. But for gaming, while it handles most games decently, it's not without its flaws like ghosting or even overdrive artifacting. Most games are still playable, but if you play competitive FPS games, I would at least recommend the updated FW100T, which steps up to 100Hz refresh rate. It's still not going to be the best, of course, but it'll be way better than the 75Hz that the standard model has. So, should you get the Sceptre E248W 19203R or the upgraded FWT? Here's what I think. If you need a simple monitor that'll do everyday tasks for office or for your security cameras, or even as a display for your Chromecast or Apple TV that you can put in your kitchen or on your garage, whatever it is, it can do it. It can even be a great option to use for a multi-screen setup. But if you want to game on it, I highly recommend stepping up to the F100T. The price difference isn't that much anyway, still being less than $100. So if you're interested in these monitors, just scan these QR codes or check the links in the description box below. Now, do you think these monitors are worth it, or are there better options for the same price or maybe less? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Until then, this is Marty and I'll see you in the next video.